So, all right, everybody. So I'm just going to get right into this. I guess last fall we had the opportunity in Philadelphia at the TLA to catch up with one of the most legendary heavy metal bands of all time, with a frontman who's got one of the most iconic voices in heavy metal, and that is Mr. Stephen Pearcy, who we are with right now. Mr. Stephen Pearcy, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for coming on Rock Titan again.
Yep.
Yeah. So I know last time when we had a chance to catch up, the foundational core of RATT had pretty much just gotten together after a while. It was you and Juan and Warren and Carlos, and you, I guess, had been just maybe a couple of weeks into things. So at that point, I wanted to talk about RATT, and everything that was going on. And then, of course, a few months down the road from that point, you had your own solo project coming out, Smash. That's what I want to talk to you about today. How's Smash been going?
It's been going good. People like it, or they've liked it. It's getting played, and we're happy, and we're already writing the second record, so, work this one as long as it takes, and have still a few more solo shows to do, and then taking some time off in September, a few months. We play the Forum in Kentucky, what's it called? Hazard, Kentucky on the August 31st. And then a few more shows and take a break, regroup, the solo thing and both RATT, and take it from there for the new year.
All right, yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because obviously, on this new album, Smash, you got 10 Miles Wide, and that's one of your official music videos. And then you've got I Can't Take It, which is another official music video, but then you've got some live stuff sprinkled in there and stuff like that. Just in terms of you working on that solo project, and then just getting back with RATT, have you found that that's really kind of gotten your juices flowing? You ready to do some more material with RATT now, some new stuff?
I just write. Some of it just fits, fits RATT, obviously, and some is, I would just say for the solo, especially if I'm writing with Eric Ferrantino, who's my guitar player,
right? The
solo group. With RATT, it's a different thing. Everybody writes, so Juan and I need to get together. Juan and I have dabbled in a couple songs, and we'll see what happens.
All right, cool. I know you touched on that. Now, one of the other things that I know that you've kind of got going on, obviously you had your book. Not only are you a musician, but you're an author as well, and you had, Sex, Drugs, and Rat and Roll. Do you have a new piece of literature in the works here, or what?
Well, matter of fact, yes, I'd like to start working on something new for next year.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll come out sometime, eventually next year. But it'll be quite different. Some tales and some rat tales, but other more important subject matters, music, musicians, the family tree, and all those good things. Stuff that happens in the studio that you want to know.
All right. Well, I'm glad you touched on the family tree because that would kind of insinuate history. And one thing that we didn't get to touch on that last time that we had talked. And being a fan as well as working in the media, as far as covering RATT, I did not know that you had passions as a race car driver back in the day. Obviously, I knew you had Top Fuel Records. That's your own label.
Hence right here. See that?
Yeah, Top Fuel Records.
No, not that. This was...
Well, NHRA right there, yeah.
Doug Herbert, a Top Fuel driver friend of mine. Definitely drag racer.
That's very, very cool. Now, let me ask you, how fast have you actually driven? What's the fastest you've ever raced at, speed-wise?
Well, racing, I've only done a few kinds of racing, not the racing I want to do, drag racing, but I've had my own cars up to about 160, that's fast enough for me right now. Out there, it's better to be safe on the street,
Yeah, now what's the fastest you've ever done a quarter mile?
I've done these celebrity kind of races. I haven't raced professionally at all in drag racing.
Okay.
I never got to that point. I just sponsored race cars and worked on them when I was a kid.
Now, would you like to? Would that ever be something still on your bucket list?
Yes, but no, because it's a whole other sport, and it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
They're like 1,000 horsepower, 300. 40 and thousand 1,000 feet. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's funny because my father-in-law was, I was telling you, he was in the NHRA for a while, and it was funny because I remember, what kind of gas does your car take? And he looked at me like I had three heads, he's like, it's not gas, it's fuel,
Right,
it's
right.
fuel. And
That's
I remember,
right.
I was at Englishtown in New Jersey, and man, I don't know how you guys, being in that world, being around those race cars, I mean, like my entire mucous membrane, my sinus cavity, everything was just going nuts. Like I could barely breathe. It was insane. So I can imagine that would be a reason why.
Yeah,
You know.
but it parlays with the music. It's dangerous, fast, colorful, exciting. I've said it for years. Speaking of Smash and the solo dates that we got coming up, finishing out August and September, and that's it.
Right. Well, I'm glad you parlayed into that because, getting away from racing, obviously Top Fuel Records, your baby, the name came from that. I know that Frontiers Records has, been behind Smash and the official music videos, 10 Miles Wide, that you got put out there right now. Where does the collaboration, I guess, between Top Fuel Records, begin and end versus what you have going on with Frontiers Records?
Well, I actually licensed the record to Frontiers as an independent, and that's what I do. I've always done.
All right, cool, very, very cool. Now, where are we chilling out at right now? Because I see that beautiful instrument behind you there.
Yeah, that's one of my caves. Yeah, I'm in my studio office.
All right.
Office house. Yeah.
All right.
Getting some things done. Got to leave in the morning and do a couple shows and have some fun.
Well, where are we going?
The Forum in Kentucky, and what's it called? Let me see. Let's see what we got here.
So everyone, for everyone that wants to continue checking you out.
Hazard, Kentucky. Yeah, just go to my website,
Okay.
Stephen-Pearcy.com.
All right, Stephen-Pearcy.com. Got it.
Yeah. And all dates are up there. There's some new groovy items, merchandise, Smash is available, signed. There's a bunch of stuff up there.
All right.
Or you can go to iTunes and check out the catalog, my solo catalog and stuff. But that's it, man.
All right. No, that's very cool. Now, one more thing that I did kind of want to touch on, because I was talking with my photographer, Tom, tonight about this. Obviously, we grew up with rap. That was just part of our culture, part of our life, it was the music that we were listening to. We've got a whole new generation that's kind of coming up now, Do you ever think about, some of the new blood that's coming up and how to get them, attached to, Stephen Pearcy as a solo artist and the music that you do there versus, with RATT and some of the new material, as well as all the material that you've already done,
Well, you'd be surprised how many... younger or youth or whatever you want to call it, call them young folks.
Right.
We have kids now, whatever,
Sure.
and they go to the shows, and you'd be amazed at all these younger, and even the newer groups, that I occasionally go see, and they think it's way cool, the '80s, and the Rats, Motleys, and whatever,
Yeah, well, that is our responsibility. That's our responsibility to rear them on the stuff that we, came up with ourselves. You know what I mean?
Well, a long time ago, we used to play Rats Can't Be Exterminated. So
there you go. Well, heavy metal's heavy metal, man. That's something that's never going to change.
True.
That's the style, that's the genre. We just got to keep that alive, and I am just so grateful that Mr. Stephen Pearcy, you're still doing it, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like getting out there and yelling at everybody once in a while. It's good.
Yeah, man. Well, I know you did a good job of it when you were out in Philadelphia.
Had fun.
So do the same in Kentucky.
Yep, we will.
All
Two
right,
more
man.
dates are on my site. And thank you for calling.
Yeah, no, definitely. So everybody watching right now.
Perfect time.
Yeah, so for everybody watching, make sure you go check out Stephen Pearcy's website, which we are going to put right up here on the screen right now. He's got his new album, Smash, that just came out. Yes, sir. This past January, so make sure you go check out Smash and be on alert. Be on alert to see what's coming out from the Rat Pack. We got some new stuff around the corner, and Stephen, thank you so much again for your time, man. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Appreciate it always.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
You got it. Later.